My question, champ, when do you see your next fight happening? Brackets, we all know from that smile that it has to be Jon Jones. Please reply, thanks a lot.
Yeah, we're in negotiations right now, is the honest answer. So we don't know when the fight is going to be, but I'll be ready to go whenever. I'm back in the gym now. I'm back in the gym training, as always, and I'll be ready to fight when they let me know. Until then, I'll be improving. I'll be getting better. So no great rush on that. Obviously, I want to fight as soon as possible, but right now, we're just waiting for a date. That's it.
Jon Jones should not have the option to not fight Aspinall.
I agree.
Because it makes zero sense. If Aspinall is the interim champion and now Jon Jones is the champion, they should make the fight.
Yeah, they have.
But I think the fight that UFC is going to do, even though Dana White maybe is playing games, is
For
Jones
sure he's
and
playing.
Alex Pereira.
For sure he's playing.
100%. That fight makes sense for Pereira.
sure.
And makes sense for
I don't
Jon
think
Jones.
it does make sense for the UFC and Pereira, because if Jon Jones makes Pereira look bad, takes him down, puts him away, then
Yeah,
what?
but he's Jon Jones.
Yeah,
but
Jon Jones
Pereira's
makes
their-
everyone look bad.
But
Yeah.
Pereira is their shiny toy who fights 3-4 times a year.
But
Why-
they know he's
that's why
37 right now.
But that's why
Soon to be 38. A senior
kickboxing style.
citizen like Gilbert Burns.
I don't know. I think there's a reason Dana doesn't want to make that fight.
Gonna move to Florida to a retirement
I'm just
home.
telling you. If
Honestly, I was pushing for the Shavkat fight. I was pushing for it, undefeated versus undefeated. We've trained together, we know how good we are, we both respect each other. He probably respects me a lot less than I respect him, which is okay, That's the way it should be at that point in our careers. But the truth is, I will take his own, I will take that belt.
Speaking to the Sports Business Journal, Dana said, "I'm in the fight business, which is the dirtiest, nastiest business. We all hate each other and we're all fighting every day. There's nothing dirtier than politics. It's disgusting. It's gross. I want nothing to do with it."
Good. Had a phenomenal training camp. We went to war. We did our thing. Body, the most pain I've ever been in my entire life. Like the most injuries I've ever had in a fight, for sure.
Yeah.
Peed blood, inflammation all over. My whole body's swollen. I feel like my legs.
Blood.
Yeah.
Was it like a dense color of blood, or was it like a light paint?
The first one was very light, which was in my drug test. 'Cause New York drug tested me before the fight and then after the fight.
Just in case.
Test positive.
Yeah. I tested positive for blood.
For being a badass.
For sure.
For savagery.
I tested positive for
got that dog in him.
going nuts. But yeah, so it had like a light tint, and then the second one was like beet looking juice. It was dark.
God, it hurt.
No,
Really?
I don't. Well,
Like what is
also my whole body hurt too. So at that point,
We got to talk about the tweet that Moicano posted about Michael Chandler versus Charles
He's official.
Oliveira.
Michael is never coming to the party after that tweet.
Brother, but tell me something that I did wrong.
No.
People are...
So I'm going to read this word for word. Moicano said...
No, but read with the Brazilian accent, please.
Let me tell you something, my brother. It's impressive how
That's
many...
that's not accent, my brother. This is expression.
Impressive how many fouls Michael Chandler committed yesterday in the fight against Charles. Eye poke, strike to the back of the head, grabbing the cage. If he repeats that in his next fight, he needs to be penalized severely.
Can I give you guys a tip how I do that so well constructed? I did with ChatGPT.
What you look too
It is
smart
a
for
well
you,
put
bro.
together post.
I
Smart
put in
for you.
Portuguese, you know, and I say, hey, create something nice, talk shit about Michael Chandler.
On the UFC game, there's a stand and bang thing. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do.
He also had a reply for you saying, I think I'm going to make him shoot. He said that he would never leave his game plan. He said you're going to be the one that's on the floor. So does this just mean this fight's just going to be fireworks?
Yeah, that's the plan. That's the plan. I hope so. But at the same time, like for me, the amount of times people have spoken about how they're gonna knock me out, they're gonna do this, and they're the biggest striker, and the same thing happens over and over again. I honestly believe he's gonna be. He's 14-0, 15-0. He's gonna be very confident in his ability to strike. He doesn't seem like he's like amazing on the floor. I'm sure he's capable. It doesn't seem amazing on the floor, so why would you go there? So I agree. It's going to be fireworks up until the fire's gone one way, and then maybe he might make a few different decisions. But if he doesn't, perfect. Let's just make it a standout fight.
They want all the smoke with you. First it was Chito Vera. Then it was Bautista ran down on you, Henry. I was low-key shook for you. I hope Bautista don't swing on Henry. Now Dominick Cruz said, what's up with that smoke, Henry? What's going on here?
Dominic snooze. The only thing I remember about Dominick Cruz when I put that freaking knee on top of his freaking dome. That's the only thing that I remember him. And then he woke up, he was talking about alcohols and cigarettes and starts blaming the referee when he had 13 unanswered shots. I actually like that fight. If the UFC wants to make it, let's make it happen. But as I told you before, as I told Bautista and everybody else, I'm allowing Hunter to really pick the fight. If he wants to give Dominick Cruz that fight, then let's do it.
I think it's gonna be a lot sort of it reminds me of Perry fight a little bit, where it's just two guys, nobody really stepping back, everybody throwing. Bare knuckles, there's it's not like other sports. You're gonna take that. Number one, I don't care how good you are. I don't care how slick your boxing is. You're probably going to get cut. You probably may break your hand, might break a nose or something like that. So you got to be tough. And there's a lot of unpredictability, especially if two guys like me and Jeremy, like the way we like to throw. I'm fixated on damaging my opponent, not really too much on my own well-being. I'm focused on hurting my opponent. So I respect Jeremy. I think he's good. I just don't think in Philadelphia, nobody's going to beat me in Philadelphia. Nobody.
But it felt weird for me. And then, like, in the fight itself, like, when he dropped me, I remember getting up, and I'm like, oh, nigga's hitting me. Oh, he's hitting me. And I looked at Mark Goddard, and there's a picture of me. I'm like, I'm good. Yeah. And he's probably, like, 18 punches deep. Yeah. Wasn't really hitting me, but it was, like, hitting the guard, and I'm just like, cool. And I stopped fighting back. Yeah. But the whole fight just felt like a weird dream. You know, the dreams, yeah, like when you're trying to like really, and in a dream trying to hit the monster, you're like, what the noodle arms? Yeah. It felt weird. And again, it was just his week. His pressure, his game.
There's a few things, man, that makes Jon Jones so great. It is his mind, right? He's great at seeing things. He's great at game planning. Also, this guy could have played other sports. He's like a real athlete, fighting heavyweights. His range is insane. For heavyweight now, like him being able to keep his arms straight and back out and stay away from danger, he's always at his range. And I think the only way to even threaten, which we've seen against Jon Jones, is when guys kind of just get reckless and go. Like Dominick Reyes just went for it. Santos, the guy with the big sledgehammer on his chest, right? He just went for it. Like, you can't try to fight him technique for technique. One, because he's got great eyes. Two, he's got like the athletic ability. And three, his range is unlike any other fighter. He's got the longest reach.
No, I think me and Connor International Fight Week is the next fight. That's what I'm throwing out there. Like, I think June, July.